YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, JPM.Cuisine, where today for you we have the unboxing of the 150mm or 6-inch petty knife by Mercer. So this is the Mercer MX3 line. This is the Sanmai VG10 or the 3-layer VG10. We're looking at 150mm, so 6-inch. We've got the Delrin handle. Again, they all come in the box with the tissue paper and the sleeve, very traditional feel. All right, so we've got the triple rivets, the full tang. This is model M16160. Wow, this thing feels amazing. Look at that tip. That's so cool. Sorry, didn't mean to take it off camera. Here we go. Let's get into the weight of this real quick. So I think it's a hardness between 60 and 62. It's the petty knife of all petty knives. And we're looking at 92 grams on the knife itself. A much smaller handle, very similar to a paring knife style. But this is the utility of the prep knife. So this is handle heavy, as you can tell already. Where it looks like we're down to that first, just around that first rivet. But for a knife like this, depending on how you're going to be using it, this knife is designed to be handle heavy, so you get more control out of the tip. So it makes it that much more nimble. So without further, let's get into some cutting. So we got a tomato here. Oh goodness gracious, it's like a razor. This is just like a razor blade. Oh, it's so thin and so tiny and so sharp. So there's a wow factor here. Definitely go thinner than that if we wanted to. Oh goodness gracious. It's a 6-inch petty knife. Oh my goodness. This is fantastic. So let's go ahead and cut into it. Wow, that first cut. This knife is a dream to use, guys. An absolute dream. Oh, for garnish, for cutting, whatever it is, this knife feels fantastic. This is a fantastic knife, guys. So it just feels phenomenal in the hand right there. We've got the polished spine. I mean, everything that you normally would see on the MX3 line. The contour for the pinky, the rounded spine or tang, the flattened or the squared edges on the side. The spine, again, is rounded. This is very similar to a Gyuto profile, but in a 6-inch knife. So it just feels like a razor. Whatever delicate cut you're wanting to do with this knife, you know, it's similar to a paring knife. It's basically just a utility knife. So a knife for all uses. This is, if you've seen my previous video in terms of looking at utility knives, this is, you know, sort of the same size knife that we see Jacques Pepin use in his shows when he's doing mincing of shallots and onions and of that sort, garlic. I mean, this is perfect for that. So we've got an onion here. Go ahead and get into that. So it's a much larger onion than the blade itself, or pretty large onion. But if we're trying just to get some very, you know, thin, just some shaved onion here, we can do that with this knife. If we're wanting to do some slicing or some dicing, again, be very careful when you're doing this so you don't cut yourself. Always be aware of where your fingers are and where the blade is. But you're getting a lot of control out of this, especially at that tip. So I normally wouldn't cut something this large with this knife, but you get much more detail and much more control in your cuts. You know, as you can see, it is possible. Oh my goodness, it feels wonderful. I can't say enough about these MX3s. They are phenomenal to use. If you're just looking for the last step for the rest of your life, I would place a bet that these might be them, you know. These right here definitely come in, you know, in the top 3 for me, at least, the way that they feel. Let's go ahead and cut into a potato. So, let's see. Start off. Okay. So it is, you know, sharper knife. Now I don't know if I would want to pinch up on it because you got a lot of edge here and it is very sharp. But you know, if you were, I probably wouldn't use it as a paring knife just because of that. But you could, I'm sure if you're skilled enough, you could definitely use it as a paring knife. In that case though, if you're looking for, you know, some very thin shaved potato, you can definitely use it. The knife is sharp enough, it will hold that. There's some draws through it. Just shines through there. Wow, phenomenal feel. Wow. Just cutting to see how it feels. Goodness gracious. I'm loving it. This knife feels fantastic in the hands. So as your 5-inch, or I'm sorry, your 6-inch prep knife, I think they offer a 5-inch of this as well. Very, very cool, very, very nice knife. Razor sharp, out of the box as anticipated or as expected. Man, this is a very good pickup. I don't know, I can't say enough good things about it. The quality of the MX3s, you know, they're definitely on point. They're exactly where, you know, I would, when you want to step your game up in the kitchen, it starts with your tools sometimes, and having good tools help you to showcase your skills as you develop them. And I think having the MX3 line in your arsenal is definitely worth the investment. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. I'm gonna be using these a lot, as you can tell. I'm really stoked with them. My initial impressions with the MX3 have always been good since the initial Nakiri that I unboxed a long time ago. And it continues to be impressed, or I continue to be impressed by these knives. All right, well, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.